Okay, here we go. This is how we do demos of Claude Code for senior leaders. We set up a new guest account on a brand new laptop, not constrained by corporate IT policies. Everything's set up already. Client engagements, documents, emails in the inbox. Here we go. There's the inbox for this person. Meet Lena. She runs a festival and she's got a lot of emails relating to festival issues and challenges and opportunities to deal with. In her calendar, she's got a busy week of events coming up, all relevant to the emails and also relevant to her project files. She's running Horizon Festival and she's got lots of project files in here with issues and challenges and useful information in here that will be very helpful to her. And what we're going to do, usually I'd sit with an executive and say, hey, this is your laptop now. Take control. You've got some tasks to do. We've got Whisper Flow installed so that you can speak straight into any text box on the computer. Super helpful. And we give us some advice. But you can do anything. We're going to use today Claude Code. We're going to use it via the terminal, which is super nerdy. In the Claude app, you've got the regular chat mode. We all know that. Message in, message out. You've got code over here. We're not going to use it here. We're going to use it in the terminal so we've got more power. And most people will use it here in the middle. It's kind of a bit of chat, a bit of code, more of a usable user interface. It's called Cowork. But anyway, we're going to use the terminal today. So you can ask anything you want, like, hey, what does my email inbox look like and what's urgent? Give me the headlines, will you? And it will quite happily ping your email, in this case, Gmail. It could be any other email app though. Quite happily ping your email. Here we're seeing all the nerdy details. Again, this would be hidden if we used Cowork, but all the nerdy details, what's going on, what's in my inbox. And it should do a really good job. It's agentic. So once it finds an email it likes, it will read more relevant information. It will dig deeper and it will summarize well. So here we go. So there's quite a lot that needs action here, a lot of operational stuff, interdependencies. You could ask for more information. There's an Ibiza contract, lovely. Lots of fun stuff. But yeah, you can ask any question you want from that and dig as deep as you want. But we're not going to do that today. Instead, we're going to do a few different tasks. Let's imagine you had some meeting prep to do. We've got a meeting with Pulse Ventures on Friday, and we want to find more. Here's a suggestion, but the point is you can do anything you want. You don't have to follow my suggestion. Run this exercise any way you want when you're in the demo with me. That what it will likely do, who knows, it'll do anything it wants, but what it will likely do is read Claude Code, read its instructions, and then scan some project files, search some emails, check the calendar, cross-reference, and then probably write a briefing. But let's take this prompt as is, see what happens. I've never run this before, so I don't know how it's going to do. I made this one up just to share on LinkedIn. So I have a meeting on Friday at Pulse Ventures to finalize the partnership opportunity, pull together a briefing, what's been agreed, what's still open, what do I need to push on, check my emails and calendar too. And here we go. So Claude says, I'm on it. And we pull together everything. You can see it doing some nerdy work to go find all the things. Hey, found 3 Pulse emails and a project folder, reading everything now. So it's just gone. It's found the project folder. It's found your emails. It's found all the information it needs. It will read them all, cross-reference them, do a bunch of thinking and reading the term sheet and key analysis files now. Excellent. Comprehensive picture forming. Let me check the call transcripts. They're all accessible as well. You need these accessible on your device to AI. Now it's checking when the meeting is, going to the calendar. All right, it's 21st of February. We've got a bit of time to prep for this. And carefully thinks through all the things diligently. I like seeing what it's doing here because then you can fix it. You can say, hey, no, not that, or look here instead, or don't focus too much on that, or that's out of date, things have changed. The more you know about what it's doing, the more you understand what it is and isn't capable of. Here we go. So we've got our briefing here, and confirmed at the studios. Here is all the attendees from the calendar and the notes and the background. And this might just seem obvious, but pulling all that information together makes it much more powerful. Oh, and it reminds me at the end, you've got a prep slot with Ryan at 9 a.m. to align. Want me to do anything else with this? What should we do? How about, could you pop this into an email to Ryan and open that email in the mail app for me? I'll edit it before you press send. Let's bring him up to speed and make sure he knows where my head's at on this. The beauty of just talking straight into the prompt box using Whisper Flow. But here we go. You can control any app on your computer pretty well. So now it's going to take that briefing, turn it into an email, and no copying and pasting required. It's going to just pop it up into something I can edit and then press send on when I'm happy with it in my mail app or any app of your choice. It could also just go straight to Gmail if you want, but I thought I'd show you different ways of interacting, sometimes Gmail, sometimes native apps. Here we go. So it knows the email address from the calendar, from the emails, from the documents, and it's written a nice email to Ryan with all of the briefing. I might change this. I certainly should check, edit, and own this before pressing send, and then normally hit go off to Ryan. So I'm not going to do that. It will actually send. And I don't know if Ryan's email address, although I tried to make it up, I don't know if it's real or not. So I'm not going to send it. You get the idea. So that kind of task. We're going to do ever more sophisticated tasks as we go through. Number 2, strategic response. Oh my goodness. The board have asked a question on daytime festivals. Eric's emailed asking whether we should expand into daytime festivals and family events. Uh-oh, let me have a think about that. Let's ask Claude to take a look at this. Check what we have internally on this, will you, and draft me a response. So first it's going to go check Eric's email. What did Eric actually ask? Let me just check the email. Then it's going to probably read through any internal files we have, internal strategy documents, it said there. Checking other emails that might be relevant on the topic. Rich picture forming. Apparently there is some useful information here. There are some useful documents. Now it's reading some internal strategy documents we have on this topic. Oh, lucky us. Lucky we've done some work on this in the past. It's going to go read all those documents and just bring yourself up to speed. I don't know about you, but half the time I forget I've already researched something and there's files lying around. Thank you, AI, for reminding me. And I'll remind you, all of this is completely fictional, so hopefully none of these people actually exist. All right, now it's read everything. That's Eric's email. Felix's financial perspective we have apparently somewhere. Priya's has an artistic relationship warning, apparently. We've emailed about this before with other people. Great, it's got all the context it needs. Very capable of drafting a response. So let's see what it does, shall we? All of this simulation, all these files, the emails, everything were all built using Claude Code. Actually, they were built using Claude Code from my phone in the pub, but nonetheless, this is what's possible. This is how you should all be working now. So here we go. Here's my recommendation. I've gone through the competitive landscape briefing, our Q4 audience survey, Priya's input from the artist community, and the Greenfield events co-production proposal. I'll present it on Wednesday, but I want you to have the substance ahead of time. Oh, pretty good. Again, I'm not going to send that in case any of those email addresses are real. Let's try this. Make me a Word document that's a good briefing doc for my colleagues on this. I want to run it by them before the board, share my perspectives and get their point of view. Make me a Word doc, will you? And then attach it to an email to my colleagues explaining I want their feedback, and let me edit it before sending. Now, ideally, you'd give a bit more of perspective, and ideally, you'd check, edit, and own the briefing before doing all this. I'm just showing you the quick way of doing it today. Let's see what it comes up with. And yeah, you can take this any way you want. And the joy in sessions with senior execs is when they go way off beast. and try to trick it. But it's pretty smart. It will behave well under almost any circumstance you could imagine. It's got a template available, a clean professional layout. It's going to steal that template from another piece of work. Why not? It's pretty easy to spin up your own templates as well in any format you want. So I've done many templates in the last few days. You just give it a file and say, hey, copy this template, will you, and save it as a process for future. It will very happily do that for you. Writing a Word document is a little bit more complex than just responding in chat, so it's going to take a minute to do that. Still infinitely easier than doing it yourself, even if you have to wait, and you'll find yourself doing other things in the meantime. Go check your emails, go get a coffee, or run multiple agents simultaneously. Well, I often have 6 Claude codes running. Trying to remember what each one is working on is a good challenge, but there we go. It's written the document. You'll see it regularly asks for permission before it does things. Since it's controlling your computer, you want to be careful what permission you give it and what you approve and what you reject. But I know what it's doing, so I'm clicking yes on this stuff. You might want to be very careful when you press enter, 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 like I'm doing. Here we go. Should have the document now, and maybe it's gonna pop it out into an email. I wonder if it's gonna show us the document or just put it straight into the email. Oh, I like this. Look what it's done. It's made the document, a docx format, rendered it into a PDF, looked at the PDF, noticed some of the tables didn't load very well, and then reformatted the document to make the tables work well. Here we go. So there it is, a lovely formatted Word document in a format I previously specified. There we go. Pretty good. And a nice email to my colleagues as well. There we go. I won't save that email, but you get the idea. Now I want to show you a couple more complex examples here. Deck review, Northern Bass sponsorship proposal, unless it's about fish. Craig sent me the Northern Bass sponsorship deck for review before it goes to the client on Tuesday. Can you read through it and tell me if there are any issues? Well, of course, but why don't we get Claude to read through it and see if Claude can find any issues first. It's very capable of first finding the document. Off to search my emails to try and find it. Then, no, it says the deck was actually sent by Marta, not Craig. See, bad memory. Don't worry, Claude will fix that for you. It's found the actual deck, and then it's extracting and reviewing the PowerPoint deck. Let's see what it does now. It's cross-referencing against... we've got some market analysis in our project folders. It's decided by itself to cross-reference the deck against the market analysis. Let me move this up here so you can see the background while Claude's running. There we go. That's what's going on. Cross-reference against the market analysis. It's got to go read the market analysis now. See what's in there. And of course, you should be steering it. You should say, please check against the emails I sent with Jane the other day and the transcript of my call with Lisa from Friday and my notes from last week on this process. You should do all of that. Here we're going to let Claude just work out what to do and what not to do. Let me also check, that email from Marta about Jake's M&A question. It might be relevant context. Oh, thanks, Claude. You're so thoughtful. By the way, this is, as I said, this is literally the first time I've run this demo. I have no idea what all these materials are. I had Claude generate them all for me, and seems to be working just fine. Of course, I scoped the exercise and set some specifications and told it the kind of things I wanted to cover, but I know how it performs, so I didn't need to check all the details too much, but all of this content is a surprise to me. Here we go. What happened? It's read the deck, read a bunch of other stuff, cross-referenced. There's a bunch of critical issues in the deck. The deck promises something we can't deliver. It's the biggest problem. The deck includes Solstice in the 58,000 capacity. But what's the problem? Slide 9's option C specifically proposes something else. Marta's email flags a difference. See? It's beautiful cross-referencing of different decks. I'm going to say, though, this is lovely to have it in chat, and you could chat more, but in the PowerPoint file, can you add comments next to each place where we have some kind of an issue, so that I can just send the deck back with the comments in there in line, and she can handle them in the moment? And you know what? Why don't you also attach the deck then to an email to Marta, and in the email just list the major things I want her to take a look at, but tell her the comments deal with the rest. And I can tell you it will do that very well. But it will take a minute. Since it's on your computer and interacting with your computer, it will do all these things in real time. Let's look then at the last task, task 4. We'll leave that running. We'll start a new Claude Code. We'll put it on top of the old one. Come on, Claude. There you are. Because we've got something else to do, a whole different set of capabilities on display. Creamfields just announced they're raising weekend tickets to $275. This is made up. I'm sorry, Creamfields. I have no idea what your ticket price is right now. This is all made up. Wow. And these updated pricing scenarios for the board call at 4. No problems. Claude's very capable of working out what you mean by that. Then finding all the relevant files, finding the model that you've run before, the analytics you've run before. So what it will do, probably, is find the model, change parameters in the model to reflect this, rerun the model. They'll then quite happily update charts, update a report, and regenerate a PowerPoint file to take that into account. Let's see if it does. But while that's running, maybe in the meantime, we'll check back on. Oh, it's still crunching through the PowerPoint, still working through that. Let's look at the model then. We'll pull that back to the top. Here we go. Now it's changing parameters. It's saying, hey, I want to change this parameter from 245 to 275. Delete the 245, add the 275 with helpful notes on the provenance of that claim. Yep, I'm going to approve that change. The model here is built in Python, and so it's very capable of understanding the model very well. It's very capable of tweaking the model and rerunning the model. Right, rerunning the model to regenerate all CSV files and charts. Oh, we've got some different scenarios coming up here. It's going to change our conclusions, I suspect. And we could follow up in lots of fun ways. We could ask questions like, what's our new break-even point? At what price, what competitor price does the premium positioning scenario start to lose money? We could obviously draft emails to people based on this. We could iterate the model, run all sorts of enhancements and scenarios, and cross-checks and sense checks, which we absolutely should. But yeah, it's very capable of doing all these things well. It requires careful checking, editing, and owning, but it will work just fine. In the interest of not making this video run forever, I'm tempted to cut it there, but here we go. Still thinking through our adding comments to the deck. 3 minutes of hard thinking there on the deck. And in the meantime, let's see which one wins first. The point here being, we're all used to ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini, where we send a message and get a response. As I said before, that's the equivalent to chat mode in Claude. I'd argue it's better in Claude than in the other apps, but still, message in, message out. Co-work or code are this different mentality where as you see, many messages get sent. Sometimes it prompts itself and challenges itself and thinks itself about what approach to take. And so many more messages. It can use many more tools than the chat-based interface can, including all of the apps or tools on your computer. Send and receive emails, all these things. So just practically much more capable. It's done our slides and popped out the email to Marta. There we go. Let's do a quick look at the slides. Let's see what it's actually done to the. Again, I've never even looked at these slides, but here we go. Oh, where's a comment? There's a comment there. Yeah. So it's flagged all of the changes that are needed in the model. What have we got here? We've got a tone. He's just pulled out some tone advice, and here's some other advice. It's beautiful. Hours and hours of work, which you should absolutely check, edit, and own before pressing send to poor old Marta. But I hope you get the idea. I'm not going to save that again because I don't want to email someone who might be a real person. Meanwhile, our pricing scenario is still running. Here we go. It's working out the implications. Here is the old set of implications, or the old text that was in the report, the old text that was in the note. And it's suggesting to delete that in red with a minus next to it, and in green in plus the new one. So not only is it rerunning the model, not only is it working out how to rerun the model, not only is it rerunning it and updating charts, it's updating the written implications, the so whats, the conclusions, and ultimately it will regenerate the PowerPoint slide with all the graphs and charts in it to make sure that they match the new conclusions. So while that runs, then I guess two things. First, well, I'll do this and I'll maybe attach it to the LinkedIn post, but it's fun to run something like this. Write me a one-page briefing on what we just did, what I completed, what sources and tools were used, and how long each one took. That'll be a nice little recap, won't it? I'll add that to the LinkedIn post probably. Let's look back at what we did, but everything you've seen today is literally today right here. It's very real. This is real, fictional, but real emails, calendar invites, documents. Everything here is real. It's practically how I do my work day to day, how our team do our work. We do more than that, though, of course. I do this by email and instant message. So I would get Marta's email and I would forward it to my equivalent of this infrastructure and say, hey, what's going on with this? Can you can you check this deck for me and give me some notes? That way I can get feedback while I'm on the bus or the underground or out for a walk. Or I would instant message my version of this as well. So yeah, practically real, exactly how we work. You should do this too. We can help if you like. But I tried to make it clear during this, and it's perhaps the most important thing to talk about. Everything AI produces should be treated as a draft. Nothing should go out without you checking, editing, and owning it before sending it out. Here we go. So here's the briefing today on the things we did, all the different tasks we did. Where is our updated PowerPoint? I hope I'd have the PowerPoint for you with the new charts in it before we end the session. Oh, here we go. It's close. Regenerating the slide deck. Come on, you can do it. Let's see if we can look at these graphs and scenarios before it finishes. And then I can go get on with my Sunday. And hopefully this is useful to somebody. It's how we work. And this day to day, and this literally what we just went through is how we train people. This is what we do. Sit down with execs, give them this laptop, but configured for them, not for Lana. It's being very diligent, double checking the charts and checking they look clean and correct before it shows me. I love these feedback loops. Double checking before it comes back to me. There are still mistakes sometimes. You've got to be diligent and vigilant, but if you get it to check, oh, come on, open the slides. If you get it to check its work a few times from a few different angles before it comes back to you, then it's a lot more accurate. Here's the deck. So, of course, we didn't open the old version of the deck. We could have done, but these are the new versions with the new scenarios that have run. I would argue the charts could be prettier, but you get the idea. Anyway, hope that was fun and useful.